So I recently finished up reading, well actually listening to this book called The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman, and I doubt the camera will focus on my iPhone here, so I'll just throw up a screenshot of the book on the screen. But there were a lot of good knowledge to be taken from the Personal MBA and a lot of good subjects that I want to discuss on this channel, in particular one that I'm going to talk to you about today, which is called Counterfactual Simulations. Okay, so what a counterfactual simulation is, it's actually applied imagination. Okay, so you have an artificial destination, okay, and the artificial destination is your goal, it's where you want to be, and then you have point A and point B. So point A is your current situation, point A is where you are right now, and point B is your artificial destination, it's your end goal. And so you're letting your mind produce what it believes to be the most likely journey from point A to B based on patterns, associations, and interpretations. And so usually when we run these counterfactual simulations, you'll come out on the other side with a much greater understanding of the exact journey and the exact steps you have to take in order to realize your goal. So to put this into perspective, let's assume that your point A, your current situation, is that you're working a 9-to-5 job, and your point B, your artificial destination and your end goal, is that you want to be running an SMMA full-time, and you want to be making, in the first place, let's say $10,000 a month revenue from this SMMA, right? Those are your point A's and point B's. Now, you let your mind fill the gap between point A and point B. What is the journey you would have to take? Normally, when you look at this scenario, when you look at this situation, just the sheer question, I want to leave my job to start in full-time SMA, it sounds kind of crazy and it might sound almost impossible, but when we break the steps down, it's going to seem much more overcomable and I want to say easier. So what you have to do is you get from point A to point B. In short, you have to sign between 1 to 5 clients for your SMA, okay? If you sign one client that pays you $10,000 a month, well then job done, you can go ahead and work in your SMA full-time. You could also sign 5 different clients that pay you $2,000 a month each. But that is the short perspective of the journey, okay? The long perspective is kind of all the steps you have to take. So number 1, you have to gain and acquire some basic knowledge on social media marketing. If you already have a lot of knowledge on social media marketing, well then you're quite a few steps ahead. But that is step 1. Step 2 is acquiring basic knowledge on how to actually run an SMA. And then from there you can go out and network, and you can start prospecting clients, and you can start closing clients, okay? So you have to break down, does this make sense? You have to break down all of the steps, you have to break down the entire journey to go from point A to point B. And so when you run this counterfactual simulation, you'll actually realize that you're much closer to achieving your goal and to being in the position that you want to be in than you might have previously thought. Because as I said, if we just propose the situation that you want to go ahead and quit your job in 3 months time, and you want to start being an entrepreneur full-time, and you want to start running an SMA full-time, it seems like a kind of crazy proposition, right? But when you actually break down the necessary steps and you break down the necessary journey that you have to take to go from your point A to your point B, it seems much more simple, and it is much simpler than you would actually think. So I want to keep this video short and precise for you. I hope it gave you a much better understanding of what a counterfactual simulation is and how you can actually go out and apply this knowledge in order to go from your point A to your point B, because these counterfactual simulations can actually be applied into every aspect of your life and in every situation. We're not just talking a business standpoint or an SMA standpoint. You can go ahead and run these counterfactual simulations with every single point A to every single point B in your life. This could be, you want to build a house and you have no house. What do I have to go? What is the journey that I have to take in order to go from no house to building a finished, beautiful house? So yeah, recently I have been listening to a lot of ebooks, business ebooks on Audible, and I've been picking up a lot of great knowledge that I want to share with you guys here on the channel. So there's not much more to say than I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.